Good morning and welcome to Journey of Crafting. So I actually recorded the process of making this album, but something happened in the transfer from my phone to the computer and it did not want to take. So that being said, I will show you guys the finished product. So it took me 2 days to do this, but keep in mind I don't craft like 24/7, so I sit down for like an hour or two and then I'm done for the day normally. So I would say all in all this project took about 2 to 3 hours, and that's including decoration and everything. So this is just a basic flip book album. I measured out in order to use the 6x6 paper because I have this really cute paper pad, well, paper collection. It's from Sweet Paris and it's really pretty. It's really pink, but I do like it. So I'm not a huge pink fan, but it works sometimes. So anyway, I'm still, I just finished this, and so I wanted to make sure that I got it recorded for you guys. I'm just pulling off the glue strands because I used hot glue because these are metal pieces. And I used hot glue on them, and then I used little rose pieces here. These flowers, I made, sort of. So I had the paper flower embellishments, and so I just combined them to create a multi-dimensional flower, and then I put a metal flower embellishment in the center of that. And then I just kind of scattered them throughout the cover. And I purposely cut the cover, so this is the back, and this is what the back looks like. And I purposely cut it in pieces like that because, one, I wanted to use up my scrap pieces. I didn't want to cut an entirely new sheet of paper for the cover. So I tried to figure out a way to really utilize the scraps that I had. So I did that. Let's start from, and then there's the spine. I just used some flat pieces. Well, they're actually not flat. They are raised, but they're flat backed. And I just glued them on the spine. Okay. And then this is the inside cover, and this is the first page. I still have glue everywhere. I made 2 flaps here, and these were made from the scrap pieces. So when I say the scrap pieces, I will show more videos on how to make these albums. My intention was to show you guys how to make this album, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be to show you how to make this particular album. So I'll make more. I love making albums. They're a lot of fun. These are the inserts. Every one of the inserts has this pale pink and darker pink lined paper, striped paper. It is part of the collection. It's this one right here. It is part of the collection, but I wanted to make sure that I put the striped paper on all of them because of journaling. So I actually contemplating printing out, because I have a template for lined paper. It came in a package that I had purchased, and I contemplated printing that out, but then I saw this and I decided to go with this instead. So this album actually was not created from my template purchase that I had made, and anyone who knows Genevieve of Designs knows that she's got a printable template that you can purchase. This actually wasn't created with that because I wanted to try to create an album for you guys that don't have that or don't have a clue what I'm talking about. But again, it just wasn't meant to be. So this is a flap here, and it is magnetized. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So all I did was before I put the decorative paper on here and here, I adhered the magnet piece to the top here. and then I put the other piece on there, put some glue on the back of it, and put it down to the bottom. And then I just covered it with decorative paper. With these particular magnets, I got them from AliExpress. I actually just put another order in because I only bought the one pack, and it was like $1 for 100, so 50 sets. But I wasn't sure if I was going to like the magnets, but they are really strong. Like, I had to re-glue some of them sometimes because they would pull off of the paper. That's how strong they are. So this is just a pocket, and this is a belly band, and this is a small pocket because I wanted to basically catch what was ever in the belly band, because if I put a belly band like this, then it's just going to slide down to the bottom unless you have something to stop it, which is where the pocket comes into play. And again, with this insert, now something I did do with the inserts is I made a boo-boo, and I made the same size as this mat here. And what you want to do is you actually want to make it smaller so you can see the fact that it's a mat, and you want to see the, you know, the background pages here. So again, with the pale pink striped paper, and then this pale pink Paris. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope so. But yeah, so my next album, honestly, my next album, I'll probably use the template just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about every time I say that. And then this is another insert, another belly band. So I wanted to make this pretty interactive, but at the same time, I wanted to keep it kind of simple, not too much. So this is another pocket with an insert here and a flap here. I don't remember if I have, no, I don't have a magnet on this one. And then this one here, I think is kind of cool. This is one that kept coming apart. Like, I had to re-glue this magnet, and you can actually see it here because it actually positioned it wrong. And let me see if I can do it this way. And I had put it too close to the edge, and this came up so many times I had to re-glue it. So the flap is here, and there's a small pocket here with an insert here. And once I got to the insert, that's when I realized that I had made the other mats too large. And it was too late because I had already made them all, and I didn't want to tear them all apart, because that's what it would have taken, is to tear them all apart, recut them, and then put them all back together again. Because I essentially have to cut off a piece here and here from both the mat and the base of this insert. So I just decided to go with it. I mean, it's not like I'm selling this album, so I mean, I'm not going to, you know, get like bad quality reputation or anything, because, you know, my inserts are the same size as my pages. So I have been asked before if I have an Etsy shop, and the answer is no, I do not. But I don't know, after making a lot of different albums, I don't know, I'm kind of really liking it a lot. But I don't know, maybe one day in the future. But this is the closure. So what this is a hair tie from the Dollar Tree, and it's kind of a beige color. It's like a really pale beige color. So it's not white, but it matches really well with the set, the paper set. And all I did was I used my crocodile to very evenly punch holes here and here. I basically, I'm just gonna grab my hole punch here. There's a thing right here where you can change the how far in it goes. You know what I mean? So if I push this all the way back, and this is on my crocodile, not my hole punch. I just grabbed my hole punch because it's convenient. But if you push this at a certain spot, it'll lock. And then when you go to punch your paper, let's see, I just have a scrap piece of paper here. No matter how many times I want to punch, it's going to punch the same distance every time because it locks it in. So it's not centered, but that is the same distance from the edge is that one. So anyway, that's what I did here. And I put 2 eyelets in here. These are brass eyelets. And then I cut the, so if you have these, then there's like a little glued spot. So I cut that glued spot completely off because I couldn't get it through the eyelets. It was too hard. So when I cut that off, I was able to squish this and squish this thing here and then squish it through the holes. So then I took the 2 pieces and put them together and put a big massive spot of hot glue right there. And then I had a string coming here and a string coming here and a big blob of glue. So I knew that I wanted to cover that up and make it pretty. So this little raised area right here, it is raised. It's actually not very useful. It's just for decoration in order to hide the closure. You could, I think, make that into some sort of pocket maybe. What you could do is make this entire thing into a pocket and cut it off like here. I don't know. I'd have to think about that some more. But anyway, so that's it. Like I said, it took me a couple hours to do this, about 2 or 3 hours total from start to finish. The next album I make for you guys, I'll try to use the template. That way you will understand what the heck I'm talking about. Because I've said the word template a lot. And I've said, you know, Genevieve of Designs. Or Genevieve Designs, rather. I'm sorry. I've said her name a lot. But I'm not sure if you guys really know what I'm talking about. And, yeah. So I don't really want to just keep rambling on about this, that, and another. I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. So that's this album. So, yeah, that's it. I think it turned out really cute. I like it a lot. Oh, and the spine is an inch wide spine. The entire album is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. The pages, not the inserts, but these pages here are 6.5 by 6.5. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like this video, and until next time, bye guys.